Hey y'all. Welcome to the family that reads a lot. Not we. One of us has read a lot. I'll say that. So, real quick update for Vlogmas. I am doing Vlogmas this year, but I am doing it in shorts form. So, if you don't normally watch a lot of shorts or if you don't normally see my shorts, if you go over to my shorts, like go to my page and find my shorts and watch one of the Vlogmas ones, hopefully the algorithm will jump you in. I'm just doing them for fun. They're really short, they're a minute long, but cool, fun things that we've been doing. Decorations, look at the animals, hopefully a Christmas parade or two, just whatever we're getting into that's Christmas related. I'm trying to put fun music on them and things like this. Just super fun. Hope y'all enjoy them. If you do enjoy them, let me know. Write me a comment, give me a like, anything like that. Same thing, if you haven't already, um, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to hopefully bring out a lot of homeschool content toward the beginning of the year as we get into preparing for next homeschool year. So, different discussions on curriculums and different things, lots of things like that. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and feel like subscribing, that'd be great. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit a like, any of that. So, let's talk about it. I haven't made long form videos in months. Like, I think I made one, and that's just been life. I don't know if it translates into anywhere else in the world, but everybody that I know here has said that October and November just disappeared. Now, we traveled for part of October. We were on our Big Bend trip that I showed you. I think I showed y'all. I think I made that video. If I didn't, I need to go back and make it. Um, but I showed y'all some snippets of that. And it was a great trip. It was life giving. It was awesome. It was good to spend time with the kids. It was amazing scenery, all the things. But that consumed October. We weren't gone the whole month, but it was the preparation leading up to it. And then when we got back, it was all of the cleaning and washing and unpacking and all of the things that, if you're a mom, you know that last week's. Um, and it was great. But then October was gone. And we are a hunting family. So November is consumed with hunting for the boys, which will lead to this large stack of books over here. Um, but so it's just disappeared. It's gone. It's December. Like, we were putting up the tree. Now, I will say, we put up our tree before Thanksgiving this year because we left the day after Thanksgiving to go to the lease to go spend some time in the woods. Um, and knew that it would be hard coming home Sunday to go get the tree because we do a live tree and bring it home and decorate it and all the things. So I told the kids we were going to go that Wednesday and go ahead and go get our tree. We did that, and they were like, "Mom, we have the tree. Can we just decorate it?" Because I planned on decorating it Sunday. And they're like, "It's here. Can we just decorate it?" And I'm like, "Whatever. You know what? It is what it is." I have realized that the lights of Christmas trees, of decorations, if you go watch my shorts, you'll see I have added lights to a ton of my Christmas decorations because that bringing light into the house during the dark of winter is really something special. Um, I've realized that that's why I love my tree so much. That's it, it brings light into the house. So I'm trying to carry that into other parts of the decorations. And last year I did some decorating in January, like not Christmas decorating, obviously, but just some winter decorations, and I included light. So if you don't have like, not twinkly lights, because I don't like lights to move. I'm that person. Please don't put them on the spastic stuff. Um, but just white lights for me, just in the background while I'm sitting reading a book or something, is amazing. Okay, anyway, other than that, for December, I keep saying we're going to slow down, right? I said we were going to slow down in November. I said we were slowing down in October. We didn't. It did nothing slowed down. For a big chunk of November, the family had the flu. We had the flu that's going around go through our house, and that sucked a lot. It was a bad one. It made you feel really, really bad. And so that kind of took a big chunk out of our November. That was over a week that everybody was down. Like, it went from one to the next to the next. So that was a big part of why November didn't feel calm like it was supposed to, because we're running back and forth to doctors and everything else because not everybody got sick on the same day. But other than that, I will show y'all this real quick. So, a reading update. My son does not do technology in the deer stand because if you're on technology, to me, that's not the experience, right? You're in there. Yes, you're getting meat, right? But the other part of it is that you're with nature. There's lots of animals that come through that are not for that purpose, and that you get to see and you get to hear in the quiet of the forest and all those things. So a few years ago, once he got to an age of being able to be quiet without technology, we said no more technology in the deer stand. You can read. Yeah. So for November, he read in the deer stand. Y'all, this pile of books, okay? So a big chunk of this, he got the first Brother Band Chronicles at in October as a gift. So these are by John Flanagan. He got that one and then was able to pick up 2 and 3 used from the used bookstore. Cruised through these books. This is by the author that does The Ranger's Apprentice. And he loved that series, but he said he actually loves this one more. So this is kind of like, I think it's like a Viking story or something like that, that kind of maybe ties into the Rangers. It says companion to, but I think it's a completely different story. But has loved those. And there's a whole series. So I'm going to have to work on either getting him into the library to get the rest of them or getting them for him somehow. He read Green Glass House, which, if you've watched my videos from last year, like old videos, I read this book last year and loved it. It was fun. It's a very cold weather, like snow, and they're snowed in, I think, and there's all this, and it's just really well done. It's like a mystery type thing. You're trying to figure out who the bad guys are. It's wintertime at Green Glass House. The creaky Smuggler's Inn is always quiet during the season, and Milo, the innkeeper's adopted son, plans to spend his holidays relaxing. But on the first icy night of vacation, out of nowhere, the guest bell rings, then rings again and again. Soon Milo's home is bursting with odd, secretive guests, each one bearing a strange story that is somehow connected to the rambling old house. Really, really good book. He enjoyed it. I will say I don't think he enjoyed it as much as I did, but he enjoyed it. Let's see. He read a warrior's book like he always does. This is The Seekers of the Wild, Book 2. My daughter actually read this book series and recommended it to him, so he read that. What else do we have in here? We have 2 Gary Paulsons, The Transail Saga and The Hay Meadow. Those are always his type of books. Wildlife by Cynthia De Felice. Don't know anything about it, but he enjoyed it. I think it's kind of along the lines of Gary Paulson. He read 100 Cupboards, which is kind of supposed to be, I think, a little creepy, by N.D. Wilson. He enjoyed that one. He read The Book Scavenger by Jennifer Chambliss Bertman. So this is like kind of a cross between Mr. Limoncello's library and geocaching. So it's a fun book because books are like, I read this, but it's been a minute, but books are hidden around town and stuff like that, and you have to find them. It was fun. And then he read Almost Home by Joanne Bauer. This was a bit more hard hitting than I realized. He explained to me what actually happened in the book, and I was like, ooh. But he said it was really, really good. So it's a girl who ends up, I believe, in a homeless shelter and kind of maybe through the foster system and lots of things. No, not right now. Lots and lots of things, but the dog is a prominent part of it. And so he really enjoyed it. Like I said, it became more hard hitting than I realized it was when I let him have it. But other than that, my daughter she just read 3 books recently. Some of her books have already gone back to the library. I've realized that I've gotten out of the habit of making sure that I film before we take stuff back to the library. I'll try better next year, right? She read the Descendants 2 book. That was fine. She's read quite a few of these, but some of them have gone back to the library, more of the whatever after that she's always read. Now these, this is Unlocking the Spell by E.D. Baker. This is basically a middle grade version of something like this. So she read the first one in this, The Wide Awake Princess, really, really enjoyed it. Read this one, really, really enjoyed it. It's a longer one than the whatever afters. Like this is 250 pages, and I think these are only about 150, something like that. But it's along the same line. She likes the princess stories. I Not my thing, but she loves them. This one, she would come to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, they brought in this fairy tale or that fairy tale or this," and she's like, "How many fairy tales are they going to bring into one book?" So it was a fun read. She really enjoyed it. So yeah, she read that. And like I said, some of her books have gone back to the library because she's been more on reading library books. My son has been doing kind of his own little read your bookshelf challenge and wanting to finish up things that he owned. And I have to say that he is doing a bang up job of that. And I'm not sad about it. I have actually read a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Here, I've read, what is the book? It's Fire Mountain. I don't remember if I talked to y'all about that before I sent it back to the library, but it's Fire Mountain by Dana Mentink. And I really, really enjoyed that book. It was very good. Kept you going the whole time. Really liked the characters, really interested in the story, all of the things. So, in that, I wound up looking for more books by her and realized she doesn't have a lot of like full fledged big normal chapter books. She had been writing for, I guess, these are Harlequin, but it's love inspired suspense books. So I grabbed these. Let's see, does it say? I'm pretty sure it's Harlequin. But so I found these used at our used bookstore. One was Fugitive Search. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was not really along the same lines as Fire Mountain, but the same type of story. And really, really enjoyed this one. Hunted on the Trail was by her. Sort of enjoyed this one. Enjoyed this one less than this one, but it was still good. What I realized is I tried to skip around and do some fantasy stuff at October. And then I was kind of looking at some Christmas stuff and all of that. And I've realized that I miss the suspense. I thrive on the story that's just dragging me along. And I need that in my books to keep me reading right now because life is busy. I've got a teen and a preteen and just all the things, all the activities, all of the going and the doing and the stuff. I'm busy. And I need a book that's going to make me want to read it. I need to be dragged by the hand through the story to get to the end of it. If it gets to a lull, if it gets to a quiet moment, things like this, then I end up setting the book down and not coming back to it for days and days and days. Now, my son asked me the other day, he's like, "So you're into these little books now?" Because, he's been reading the big books. And I was like, "Look, bro, I love these because I can pick this book up, read through it, and within 2 nights, I'm done. And I'm moving on. And then I can not read for 2 or 3 nights and then pick up another one. Or maybe I want to pick one up right away. It just depends how I'm feeling. But I'm not committed to a long story, if that makes sense. While at the same bookstore, they had these grouped together because it's a series, not a series, right? Like it's related. This is another love-inspired suspense, Montana Abduction Rescue by Jody Bailey. This one I enjoyed, but not as much as hers. So I've realized that yes, it's the story, but it's also the author. So I'm hoping, I saw that she is coming out with a second book in like the Fire Mountain saga. It's going to be one of those where it doesn't focus on the same characters, but I think it's like a disaster thing because during Fire Mountain, it was basically a volcano eruption going on in the background of the story. And the next one, what did I see? Is it a tornado or hurricane or something? There's something naturey. So I'm excited to pick that one up. Now, I grabbed a couple other ones. I'll reach over and grab them. I grabbed a couple other the other day, same thing, at a thrift store. It's just Canine Justice and Ozark's Conspiracy, but these are by two different authors. So will I like them? I don't know. I may end up throwing these in our camper that's at the deer lease because I like to leave books down there. That same thing are short, quick reads that I might get through in a weekend while I'm down there. Or I can pick them up, read a good chunk of them, and then bring them back with me. We'll see. As far as the next actual book that I'm going to read, I don't know. I have grabbed a couple. Yeah, I don't know. I gave myself a gift this year and gave myself Kindle Unlimited and Audible because they were on Black Friday sale for 99 cents for 3 months. So I think I will be reading on that for a minute. We shall see. But other than that, how has y'all's reading journey been going? How has y'all's holidays been going? Like, do you feel like I do that October and November disappeared? Are you excited for Christmas? Are you looking forward to stuff? Like I said, if you haven't checked them out yet, check out the shorts for fun. And let me know how it's going. And until the next time, y'all go read a lot.